Hello, lovely people. Welcome, everyone. I am Alicia from Vitasta's publishing page, and today I am with Subrato Bandyopadhyay. He is the author of this pretty book, The Bangkok Fiasco and Other Stories. But he's also a group captain of Indian Air Force. And fun fact, one of his flights has even made into the Limca Book of Records. Hello, sir. Welcome. How are you?
Good evening. Thank you. I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm also doing. First of all, tell me the backstory of this pretty little book, this amazing book that we have with us, the Bangkok Fiasco and Other Stories. Tell
Yeah.
me the background story of this book.
Mm, these are nine short stories, and honestly, about 2 years back, when I started writing one of the stories, that was the first story I wrote was a futuristic one. I think uh,
Yeah,
two one two two one two one 100 years
yeah,
from now. So it
yeah,
was basically science fiction kind of thing. So I wrote one. I showed it to my few friends. They said, "Okay, fine, good." So I continued writing second story, third story, like that. So these nine stories have actually taken 1.5 years to write. And
okay.
so I have mentioned that these are some observations I have made, because of which, based on some kind of observations, most of the stories are actually imaginary.
Okay.
I have taken a lot of time to think about and write and create characters.
Yeah, so these are your imaginative children. These stories are your imaginative children.
Most of it. Most of it.
Okay.
In stories, there are some background I have taken. Like one story is there, My Loving Wife.
Ji.
There, the story is based on a wife who is a very nice wife otherwise, but who is down with Parkinson's disease. So the
Yeah.
background is actually from my wife who is down with Parkinson's disease for last 15 years. But
Okay.
on that particular background, I have developed some story.
Yeah.
Very dark one, real dark one.
Yeah. Yes. A very dark one at that. Um, Sir, how was your experiment with the short stories? Were there some other genres that you had experimented with before? Have you ever in your childhood or in your growing up years, did you ever think of writing novels or poems, or was it directly you knew that short story is going to be my thing?
Alicia, honestly, I was crazy for books when I was child. As a child, I was a real bookworm. So any book, any novel I got hold of, I finished it, and then only I ate after that. Honestly, I'm telling you, I was
Yeah.
so crazy. But then at very young age, I joined Air Force, got
Yeah.
married. Life was a very busy life.
Yeah.
So my wife became ill, and because of
Yeah.
her health issues, I didn't want to leave Delhi. So I left
Yeah.
Air Force. I've taken premature retirement in way back in 2008.
Yeah.
So I did not have time when I was in Air Force to write, and thereafter I was doing something else, and then tried to find out some time sitting at home only, writing slowly, one page, half a page a day, kind of thing, because my wife requires a lot of attention, a lot of care.
Yeah.
That is why it has taken 1.5 years to write. And in my childhood, though I read lots of novels, but never thought I'll write one day. And
Okay.
as venturing into something else is concerned, no, I haven't, because this is my maiden venture, writing short stories.
Oh, okay.
I am onto something else. Uh, I am writing another novel. It is, of course, not a short story kind of compilation of short stories. I am writing
Okay.
a. I'm on it now. About 50 pages.
Okay. All the best for that also. But you say that it was your maiden venture. But I read the stories and they it's like a bouquet of flowers, you know. There's just not one prominent emotion that comes out of the stories. There's a lot. They are funny, they are tragic, there's empathy, there's just so much. Usually, sometimes when we see in the short stories, is that they are strung by one theme, and that's what combines them together. But in yours, the one is so vastly different from the other one. How did you come up with that idea that you would just present to the reader a bouquet and be like, okay, take your pick, be surprised? How did that come about?
Firstly, thanks a lot, Alicia, for this compliment. And I really hope my all my friends watching me live on Facebook read my stories, and they if they like it, they should tell others, friends and relatives.
Yeah.
I am not looking for commercial success of this particular book. I am looking for literary success of this book because publishing a compilation of short story in India is become very problematic. Most of the publishers don't encourage. So
Okay.
I want the short stories to be back in mainstream of Indian writing, honestly.
Yeah.
As far as writing various types of stories are concerned, various themes are concerned, yeah, as I told you, is all imaginary. And I have an Instagram page where I have written Wandering Mind. I actually have Wandering Mind. I am not praising, but I keep thinking of a lot of things at the same time. So
Yeah.
maybe slowly, one by one, I have made kind of stories and put them.
Okay. Okay. So I will read out an excerpt because I was particularly very taken aback by the kind of flavor of funniness that you have put in some of the stories. For instance, you just give so much information in one line, and yet the reader finds it funny and not an overload of information. For instance, and I'll quote, uh, there's this from the first story itself. You write, China was almost immediately ruled out by his 49-year-old issueless, divorced at 31, staying with them ever since, cotton sari clad, vociferous, pure vegetarian except fish obviously, Pishima, paternal aunt, who didn't want to see him become a frog eater. No more arguments. So, first case closed. So this is just this amount of text, one line, so much information, and yet so funny. How do you manage that? Are you naturally funny in your life? Is that how the funniness comes into your stories, or is there a specific trick that you use to bring in the funny?
Yeah, in at home, I am funny.
Okay.
In office, as a group captain, very serious, sincere, dedicated, honest,
Yeah.
officer,
Yeah.
and I had that funniness.
It's
So my
okay.
daughters love me for that.
Okay.
That is all. And yes, I do. I believe in writing. When you write, instead of going around the bush, I believe in writing the meat of the matter.
Yeah.
It, and such kind of sentences, yes, I have written. It may look like just one sentence, so much of information given, but it has been edited by me a number of times, and then I have got it.
Yeah. Perfect. Let's take a pause from the stories. How was your childhood like? Where was it? How did you grow up? And were short stories, always an integral part of your childhood?
Yeah, I grew up in a small town called Kharagpur, which is famous for IIT and also the
Yeah.
longest railway in the world. And most of my male members of our clan, not my family as such, the clan were in railways.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
also used to land up in railways with one of the jobs.
Oh,
But
okay.
then,
Interesting.
yeah, but then Kharagpur also has got one Air Force station, huge Air Force station, which is known as Kalai Kunda, and it was very actively involved during 1971 ops.
Hmm.
If you remember that liberation of Bangladesh. So
Yeah.
Kalai Kunda was the major bases which was used by Air Force to launch the offensive against the Pakistanis. So
Yeah.
I was that time I was born in 1961, so I was 10 years old. But
Hmm.
through newspapers newspaper and radio has to follow. So
Yeah.
I had some affection, love for Air Force from my childhood also coming up.
Yeah.
I got an opportunity. I joined Air Force.
Okay. That's wonderful. That sounds amazing. What made you choose the Bangkok Fiasco story as the title? And I'm sure it must have been a very difficult process because there's a lot of them and all of them stand out for their own merits. Why that particular one story?
I actually had a rather very peculiar name for this particular book I had chosen, which was called the Indiana Genes.
Okay.
Indian. But then we discussed about it, and then maybe some kind of thing was there that people shouldn't think it is a book on biology or kind of thing. You
Oh,
never
okay.
know.
Okay. That's wild. Okay.
Then we thought of a catchy name.
Okay.
So my Renu ma'am, the publisher,
Yeah.
and also Ina.
Yeah.
So we kind of conversation together, and then we decided, okay, let's go for the most catchy name.
Yeah.
Catchy name catches the eyes.
Yes. Perfectly. It does. It really does. Uh, there's quite a bit of darkness in your stories, and I'm just being light in using the word dark. Where is that inspired from? How does it come up in an assortment of stories that's light, that has sometimes has human emotions and human heart in its conflict? There's a lot that's happening in the book, but where does the darkness come from?
I am not a dark person to
Okay.
start with, but as I told you, I have a wandering mind, so I keep up thinking a lot of things that how to end a particular story, how to create a climax for a particular story.
Yeah.
So, and so I got into the darkness side of a particular story. I think two or three stories are very dark.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
This is
Yes.
my intention, and I am not dark.
Okay. Okay. Um, because I would like to read out a portion. Uh, it kind of intrigued me because it was just so, the entire story is just so twisted. And in the end, it says that inside the small low cup, Ashfaq smiled to himself, a wicked, joyous, playful, but satisfying smile. Just 1 month later, after getting married, he was going to play with his beautiful wife Farzana day in, day out. Allah is great. He has always been great and forgiving, especially with him. Not only is it dark, there's this, for people who have read the story, there's this connection with him not realizing what fate is actually doing. And in a lot of other stories also, sometimes it feels like, you are kind of dealing on that atmosphere of that fate is character.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of Hardy and other writers before you have written. Uh, Is that something you genuinely believe in your life, that fate is character, or how do you see that?
Like you're talking about the story, I think it is named Doctor Doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. For him, for the main character, Ashfaq, he thinks that, killing a friend of his to save his own sister is the right
Yeah.
thing for him. So he thinks Allah is with him.
Yeah.
After he committed the crime, he went and hid somewhere, and he was scared that he'll get caught.
Yeah.
He was scared of getting caught, but he was not, repenting it. He never
Yeah.
repented because he saved his own
Yes.
sister from some
Yeah.
evil. Yeah. So I gave that kind of touch to that particular character,
Yeah.
that he have done something wrong to make something else right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this has turned very dark. Let's move away from the dark. Tell me about the story that is science fiction 21, 2012, 2112. Yeah. I read the first sentence and I was a bit taken aback, and then I was like, oh, it's going to be amusing. Tell us a bit about the story. How did it come to be, and what went inside your brain when you were writing it?
Uh, as I told you, I used to read a lot of stories, novels in my childhood. Science fiction always interested me maximum.
Yeah,
Then, as I told you, I lost touch with reading as such for a very, very long time. That was always there. So I used to think like when I created this every year, its basic thing was that what is going to happen in next 10, 15 years. That is the basis of this particular story, and rest all came about Salman Khan and Shah Rukh Khan and Shaumin Chakraborty and all those characters came in.
yeah,
So basically, I wanted to show that what is going to happen in next few years from now.
yeah,
So there are some kind of thinking is there, and also world news is there that that we should become cashless. Our
yeah,
present prime is
yes,
trying its level best to go cashless. So maybe we'll achieve that after some years. Uh, Michelle Obama becoming president of USA. That was my imagination. Nothing of that sort happened.
yeah,
I just thought about that. Okay, what else can be there? And I tried to put everything: politics, religion, science, like
yeah,
weather. Also, I put that
yeah,
we should be able to, capture thunder and make electricity out of that.
yeah,
Also, there are some companies world over they are trying to make electric cars.
yeah,
So that also is the basis of one of the predictions.
yes. That's great. Let's move on. Where do you see the future of short stories? Do you think that it is going to come back, or how do you see short stories being picked up?
Today's world is of SMSs and short WhatsApp messages and very, very short audio or video jokes.
Yeah,
So I think this is the right time short stories should come back. In one
yeah,
of the stories I read about Dhoni's helicopter shot, if you have
yeah,
seen that,
yeah,
I think Freedom Night.
yeah,
So yeah, I am Dhoni's fan, and I believe in going for six directly.
yeah,
So I would really want everybody to read this book and be happy because I can guarantee, like Alicia, you have told me that it is nice. So I really guarantee the readers in
yeah,
future you'll not be disappointed reading this particular book.
yeah.
And if you read it, like it, please tell others also to read it and let us get back the short stories again. The
Yeah.
Malgudi days, if you remember, Malgudi
Uh,
days stories
yes,
Karaki
yes,
Narayan.
yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
So I want those days are back again, honestly,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah. So before I wrap up, I have one final question for you. Uh, in a lot of the stories, what felt amazing to me was that you did not stick with the conventional lines of what was right or what was wrong or what was good or what was evil. You just explained the situation as it was. If a human heart feels it, you have written it down without any sort of judgment from your end. Obviously, the one who's reading it will make their own judgments as per their value system. Was that a conscious choice of keeping your own sensibilities aside and writing a kind of an objective thing, especially when it comes to, uh, I don't know, especially when it comes to seeing the kind of world that we live in?
One line answer I'll give to that. I do not make politically correct statements. I haven't made. I have
Yeah.
just spoken my mind. That is all. I have spoken my mind.
Okay. Perfect.
The,
We also have a question. Which is your favorite story from from your novel Bangkok Fiasco? This is by Shilpi S. Banerjee, and she's asking which is your favorite story from the novel.
all stories are very, very close to my heart. But I think
Yeah.
the last one, that is the last story I have written, One Flight Stand,
Oh, okay. It's really good. Yeah.
is the most favorite story of mine because I have actually taken almost 6 months to write that particular story. And that was
Okay.
actually so the introduction to that particular story starts the way it actually happened.
Okay. Yeah, that it's I will let's leave it to the readers to find out what the introduction was because the introduction was really good. That was kind of me realizing that oh, this is also something you can include in the story. As a writer, it attracted me a lot. We have another question from Himanshu Chaturvedi. He asks, "What inspires you to write short stories?"
Honestly speaking, I thought writing a novel of one story of 200 pages, making too many characters, that means the reader is stuck to that book and he has to continue reading to understand what has finally happened.
Yeah,
Whereas short stories are 15 to 20 pages each. So he
yeah,
can pick which story to read now, and maybe later on he goes to after first story he goes to the very last
yes,
story to read. He
yes,
likes the
yes,
middle or the beginning
yes,
of it,
yeah,
isn't it? Short
yeah.
stories are easy to digest, easy
Yes,
to
that's so
remember.
true. That's so true. That's true. I'll also mention my favorite story. It was Doctor Doctor. I really loved it simply for the psychological thriller that it was. And okay, thank you so much, sir, for taking out your precious time, coming out with us, and putting out this wonderful assortment of stories called The Bangkok Fiasco and other stories with us. Yeah, we have it here. Thank you so much for coming. And yes, please go and buy the book. It's available on almost all platforms, online platforms that we have. You can also order from the website. And I think that you'll keep seeing sir around in news clips and videos and everywhere. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Alisha. It was nice interacting with you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye, sir.
Thank. Bye.
Yeah.